Nation, we back. Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building. Welcome to the latest installment of the Beast and Best live show. You guys already know what it is. The best call-in show on YouTube, man. I see Dominique. I see my boy Mondo in the building. Shout out to Reyes, man. Dominique, Manny Raider, Franklin Skinner, my guy, Planet Raiders own. Sean Johnson, Black Angried Out, man. Shout out to Night Raiders, Raiders Zach, all my people in the building. We're going to add Hammer in here in a second and get to these phone calls. Do about an hour-long show. Make sure you guys call in tonight. We want to get your takes on the game last night and moving forward because everyone knows we have the Patriots on the menu this upcoming weekend. Salute to little bro. What's popping, man?
That was good. Let me get you up on the screen. Oops, that was the wrong thingy. Wait, what the fuck? This shit is disappearing on me. Hold up. Let me get you up on screen. There it is. There it is. There it is.
There we get it. There we go. There we go. Salute to everybody real quick, you guys. Wipe them feet on the way in. You already know what time it is, man. Hit that subscribe button on both channels. If you guys are not subscribed yet, Hammer is 100 away from 7,000 subscribers. So make sure you guys go over there and hit that subscribe button. That's a big milestone. Make sure to support the bro. Go over there and hit that sub button, man. Salute to Mondo. Shit, 1 hour with the GOATs is all worth it. Let's go. Salute to my dog Mondo. I see you got that talk that shit shirt on and that default picture too, my brother. Salute, man. What we doing, man?
I just had to make sure that everything was on the up and up, that we're both on screen and we got no issues. And salute to everybody over there at OakLosVegas Network. Much love to all of y'all. And thank you guys to each and every single one of y'all that pulled up 4 hours last night as we did Monday Night Football. We got that win. So we all got to celebrate together, and it's Victory Tuesday, aka Talk That Shit Tuesday. So we obviously want to hear from you guys during this live tonight. We will be on for an hour. Let's get into it.
I'm excited to hear from you a little bit too, little bro, because you know it's kind of different when we watch the game, right? Like we can go off what we're seeing, but we get a chance to really look behind the curtain per se after the game is over and kind of look at some film and some tape. I'm going to chime in on some of these conversations, but I want to hear your take because I did a coffee and convo this morning about an hour and a half and kind of gave my, you know, my whole spiel on this game last night. So everybody that's calling in, man, make sure to, you already know, give Hammer that content. You already know, man.
Look, I had so many people yesterday, or actually today at work, asking me like what I thought and where do I see this team going. And look, I said it I think 2 weeks ago that I looked at us being a 4-13, 5-12 team if they didn't start turning this around. And as it stands right now, I'm still realistically feeling that way because our offensive line for 3 straight weeks has shit the bed time in, time out. Like our defense did a phenomenal job yesterday. Fuck that horse collar penalty by Marcus Peters. That saved us realistically. Spillane with the 2 INTs. The pit bull puppy Amik with those springs, man, bringing that one down to seal the game for us.
Divine Diablo, 10 tackles, led the team in tackles, man. He was all over the place.
Like I said, the one position group that I was very nervous about going into the season was the linebacking core, and I got no worries about them right now, man. I'm happy. Max doing what Max does.
Well, you know what, Hammer, I got to say this real quick. Speaking about the linebacking core, right? God forbid, knocking on wood. If one of those guys, if Spillane goes down, this is a violent game, or Divine Diablo. We have not seen really anything out of Luke Masterson. We have not seen Amari Burney. Curtis Bolton is out. This is why I'm like, let's get Amari Burney activated and get him going, even if it's just in special teams. We need to get him some live reps in the NFL because we've seen time and time again Divine Diablo get hurt and miss some time. You know what I mean? God forbid Spillane goes out. He is a highlight of our defense right now at the second level of our defense. We have to make sure that we have somebody else on deck because we cannot do what we did last year. We had a bunch of no-name guys playing linebacker and expecting these guys to perform. It's been too long since we've had a nice little duo right here, like Divine Diablo and Robert Spillane. But if one of these guys go down, man, we have to be ready. You know what I mean? To just throw somebody else into the fire. Luke Masterson, he's been out there. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, like, who's the fourth guy? Who's the fifth guy? We got to make sure that we have a few more linebackers on deck that Graham can definitely depend on. So we got to speak on that because the NFL, man, people get hurt week in and week out, and God forbid, it's one of our guys.
That was the one thing that made me more nervous than anything when it came to the linebacking group this season was the depth.
Yeah.
I felt like at the linebacking position, the depth was incredibly thin. And that was the one thing that scared me more than anything else, because like you said, Diablo with the injuries, and God forbid, like, it's a very, very long season, but anything can happen. Like, you've seen some of these players throughout the league getting hurt. Who's the kid from the Cowboys? Diggs.
Yeah.
He tore his ACL in practice.
Yep.
In practice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, anything can happen, man, any day of the week, realistically, if you're an NFL player. So I'm not as nervous as I was, but yeah, our linebacking core right now is still thin. Like, Masterson was out there last night. We saw him getting in there a little bit more than we've seen the first couple of games. Burney, I would like to see. I don't know why the hell I keep getting confused with him and Kuntz, but I think it's because Kuntz is wearing what normally is a linebacker's number, so I keep getting confused with that shit. But we have to wait and see how this plays out with them, because like we've seen some of these guys that have been drafted that are constantly inactives week in, week out, and it's like these guys were putting in that work throughout the preseason. Are they not ready in your eye at the next level, or are you trying to save them from something? Like, what is it at this point in time?
Yeah, salute to Keystone, man. Happy 7th birthday to our dog Keystone, man. His son's birthday, man. Salute to the little Raider out there, man. Keystone, send our love to the family, King. You guys have a blessed one today. Salute to our dog. Salute to Ronnie real quick, man. Only good takeaway from the O is Jacoby. He's definitely been balling. Proved his ability to be reliable, catching traffic, and find open spots in zone. Salute to Ronnie. Great comment. Jacoby has been a breath of fresh air. A lot of people were killing that pickup in the offseason. We weren't. We were actually really high on that. And it's paying off. It's paying dividends. And I said this earlier, Hammer, on Coffee and Combo. I want to ask you, is this the second best wide receiver two that we've had in the past 20 years behind Michael Crabtree?
Yes.
Okay.
And Tay co-signed on this not too long after he got signed. Like, he was incredibly underused and underrated with New England. Yeah. And he came here, and we can see what he's capable of already. And we're only a few games in. Granted, he did miss the game with a concussion, but like, this dude is doing his thing right now. I'm definitely happy with him being here.
He can do it all. He's a Swiss Army knife out there at the receiver. And think about it like this: a lot of people thought that he was going to struggle because he's on the perimeter. He's predominantly a slot guy in New England, so he's out on the outside right now, cooking. Doing something that he's used to not doing full time, and he's performing at a high clip right now. Salute to Jacoby, man. Salute to Robert, our brother, man. I guarantee this is the best call-in show, just as I guarantee Nikita Lyons has the best ass in the business. Salute to Robert. Salute to Mateo. Salute, fellas. Did any of you catch that stat on the top teams with pre-snap movement? Miami, San Francisco, and KC, all elite offenses were bland as fuck.
Miami. I watched that game the other day just because I had a whole bunch of dudes on my fantasy team. Waddle, Tua, Achane, and
Yeah,
he's
Achane.
out. He's out for a couple of weeks now. But like they talked about it during the game, like the commentators had mentioned it. Like they really use a lot of motion, a lot of movement, and it's definitely something that we should be doing a little bit more of. It definitely confuses the defense, especially when it comes to the secondary and them trying to make the correct and necessary adjustments, especially depending on if it's your number one that's in motion, if it's your number two.
Yeah.
If you're in an empty gun and you have your running back in motion, like who's gonna cover him? Like I like that. I wish that we were doing that a little bit more.
Yeah.
This is realistically though, we do have guys with speed, but this isn't the offensive system to be doing it. We don't have the head coach with the right mind to do things like that and pull them off on a consistent basis.
Maybe the head coach, but I think we have the personnel. DeAndre Carter, Trey Tucker, Devontae, Jacoby, Hunter. You know what I'm saying? Like we got, yeah, we got, I mean, come on, man. We have Amir Abdullah that you can get, you know what I mean? You can get him moving around. Like we definitely have the personnel. You're right, Mateo. Right now, Josh McDaniels' offense looks ancient as fuck right now. It does. The so-called offensive guru, that old looks nowhere near what it used to be in New England right now, and we're paying for it, man. Thank God we're 2-3. We could easily be 1-4 right now. Like,
doesn't it remind you though? Doesn't this offense remind you of another ancient offense that was utilized recently that has been dead and gone for a very long time as well?
And who are you speaking of?
Gruden.
Oh shit.
He sticks to look. He came back, and everybody, another one. Offensive mind, everybody thought that he was going to turn some heads here.
Yeah.
Same old, bland as fuck, West Coast style offense. That shit is not it no more.
No,
that shit is done, son.
Yeah, it is. It's just so predictable. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, look, we got to change some things up on the offensive side of the ball. And I'm hoping that Josh McDaniels will get out of his own way and change a few things up this week at practice, because this will be the game to do it. The New England Patriots, their defense is beat up right now. Matt Judon's gone. Christian Gonzalez is gone. Like they're really, really thin on the defensive side of the ball. This is the time to take advantage of a defense and get that offense together. Salute to Joe real quick before we get these calls in. Crazy how PG, despite not having the best tools at his disposal, managed to identify his issues and addressed it. Now the defense improved. But Josh McDaniels, the supposed head coach, can't identify his own flaws.
You totally just went out for like a second.
Oh, no, I was talking to family behind the scenes. Salute to Joe, though, man. You're right. You're right. Graham is making all the necessary adjustments. And also, Joe, let's be real. He's also went out and got some guys that fit what he's trying to do. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest. Spillane has changed this defense. Marcus Epps has changed this defense. In ways, Marcus Peters has changed this defense. You know what I'm saying? He went out and got some guys that fit what he's trying to do, and you see the change. Now, if we can just get a little more pressure from the defensive line, it would be insane. This defense can go from middle of the pack to a top 10 defense if you start getting some real pressure. That's why at some point I want to talk about the Danielle Hunters. I want to talk about the Brian Burns. At some point, I hope someone calls in and mentions, hint, one of these guys that we can go look at before the trade deadline. Salute to my dog, Joe. And salute to Franklin, man. Planet Raiders own. Utilizing play action was crisp to start the game. We need to take advantage of stacked boxes. Salute, Franklin. This is facts. Facts.
Let me highlight this chat real quick on my end. James J.
Oh, let's get it.
Just hold on. There we go. Great show, guys. Thanks for being the Raider Canton. Hey, I really hope we make the move for defensive tackle. I know he's talking about Leonard Williams. I really think it'd be best trade move. You know what? This is a defensive tackle that nobody seems to be talking about right now. And we see that the Giants, at least I see it because I'm on the East Coast, so I have to suffer dealing with this shit on a regular basis. Yeah. But the Giants are in a downward spiral right now. Their offense is not the best in the world. Their offensive linemen are ass. Yeah. Defense, they finally got their first set of takeaways this past weekend, 5 weeks in, which is just embarrassing. I think they had 2, maybe 3 total this past weekend. But Leonard Williams is a guy that might be one of those dudes that'll be up on the trade block come Halloween. And I would love to have him here, man. Like,
his contract is up. He'll be 30 years old. Yeah. The Giants need to use some of that money on that O-line to clean that up, to give Daniel Jones some time. They got to move on from one of those guys. Dexter Lawrence got paid. They got a lot of money dedicated to that defensive line.
You don't pay 2 defensive tackles $18+ million. That's the dumbest shit you can do.
Yeah.
I think one of these guys are going to go, and if we have that opportunity, I don't know what the asking price would be.
It'd probably be a middle. To be honest, it'd probably be like a third, fourth round pick.
I'm with it.
Yeah,
I got no problem with that. I think if I remember correctly, I think he has 2. No, I think this is actually the final year of his contract.
Yeah, he's a free agent next year, so it's not going to cost nothing.
Yeah. Why the hell not?
And he wants to be a Raider. He's from here. He's from Cali, and he was born a Raider fan. So why not?
Yeah. We still have not had that conversation. We ain't going any further with Leonard Williams. I'll leave it at that.
Bring Big Cat home, man.
Yeah, bring him home, and bring some others home too.
Hey, facts. 4K. Love hearing Max mentioning loving. He does it every weekend. Every weekend, once the game is over, he tweets out, "Love you, nation." Either we need to do better or let's enjoy this win. But Max is the best leader in that locker room. He is the heart and soul of this team. Salute to Max Crosby. He had a big game for us last night. Let's get them calls in, man.
All right. Put it up on my screen. Guys, y'all know the routine. If you don't, you're about to learn right now, even though we got our first caller. Hold up.
Let's get it. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Wipe them feet, y'all. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. First caller.
It's always something. Hold up.
While Hammer figures that out, let me get a few of these comments in.
She'll take 2 seconds anyways. Do your thing.
All right. Shout out to Dwayne. I see you, brother. Can we get both a DE or I think you meant Troy, a DE or a DT in a trade? Looking at one.
Jay, what's your name? Where you call from? Hello. Why is this? Hold on.
Technical difficulties.
Yo, you there?
Got it. Yeah, I'm here.
There we go. Who's this?
Yo, this is Steel Cage Savage. I called into your show a couple weeks ago. I follow Graphk. I follow Wasted. I follow Mitch. You guys are the best. Because I like how you guys try to keep it positive, but you always keep it real.
That's all we can do.
Appreciate you, brother. That content. Yeah, salute, my brother.
Hey. I'm from LA. I'm from LA down here. Listen, I got to say this, and this is honest. I hate to see my team lose, but you know what I would hate to see more than them lose this year? Is I would hate to see them go 8-9 or 9-8 and keep Josh McBum and miss out on a franchise quarterback altogether in one swoop of the pen in the draft next year because we decided to be mediocre with Josh McDaniels this year.
Yeah. But
it's mediocrity hell to win 8 or 9 games this year because Mark Davis will not fire Josh. And on top of not firing Josh, we'll miss out on a franchise quarterback in next year's draft.
Well, Cage, let me say this real quick. This is a quarterback heavy draft. Okay. So technically, I mean, realistic, yes, you miss out on Caleb Williams for sure. You miss out on that guy that's the next generation, that generational talent. But there are other guys in this draft that can be. Sure. You miss out on that. I don't know what that was, Hammer. But
true. You got Drake May. You got a few guys.
Yeah. But Cage, this is the thing. This is what I wanted to say to you real quick, brother. The thing is this. Think about it. It's more difficult to be the worst team in the league with the Max Crosby and the Devontae Adams and the Josh Jacobs on your team than it is to win. Let me repeat myself. It's very difficult to lose that amount of games with that type of talent on your roster. You're always going to win a few games. Right. It's going to take you out of the hunt for a Caleb Williams or a Drake May anyway. It sucks to say because I agree with you. If you can technically lock down a Caleb Williams, you do it. But you look at the Chicago Bears, you look at the Denver Broncos, right? There's only a few guys that they have that they realistically look at as cornerstone guys. Patrick Surtain, Denver Bronco, cornerstone. Russell Wilson is on the way out of the league. They have a few guys. Then you look at Chicago. They're going to move on from Justin Fields. Outside of that, they have DJ Moore. That's it. Like there's not too much talent on both sides of the ball. They're already ready for it. It is way more difficult to lose games with this much talent on your roster than it is to win games. So it's a tough pill to swallow, brother, but I hear you. If you could have Caleb Williams, man, you may want to say, you know what, man, lose as many games as you can. But when you have talent like we do on both sides of the ball, brother, it's going to be mission impossible trying to lose that many games. You're still going to be stuck in purgatory, even with the Jimmy G at quarterback. Go ahead, brother.
No, listen, because I agree with what you're saying. I'm a fair-minded Raider fan. I'm 48 years old. I've been a Raider fan since 1981.
Love it.
And I agree with being, reasonable and fair-minded. But you know what? In prior years, the Jamarcus Russell years, other times, we knew we had a bad team.
Mm-hmm.
So we still stood behind it. But we knew when our teams were bad. We knew when the Lewis Murphy years were there.
Yes.
We weren't going to be all that much.
Definitely.
I loved him, but we weren't that great. We knew it, and we were honest with ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Josh McDaniels is the very person that's keeping us from going 11-6, 12-5. He's keeping us from that because his play calling. Listen, there was 2 times in the first half last night. It was 3rd and short, and Josh McDaniels calls a play call that it's a drop back Jimmy, 5 seconds to develop a route, and he gets sacked.
And then there was another one, Cage.
Calling on these is horrible.
Cage, there was another one where he did an end around with DeAndre Carter that killed me. There was another one that we talked about on Coffee and Convo about 2nd and 1, and you do a QB sneak at the 50-yard line. That just say you don't trust you don't trust your quarterback, because that's the time where you take a shot at the defense. You take a shot at it. You know what I mean? So and not even just the play calling, clock management. He has been terrible with clock management.
And let's be honest, even before we set foot on the field, personnel decisions have been horrible.
Mm-hmm.
In free agency, you did some decent things with the secondary, but you didn't really address the defensive tackle or the middle linebacker position at all whatsoever. Spillane's been good, but I think he was an underdog being good. You didn't draft that guy saying that guy's going to come in here and be a force on the D. We were like, 3 years, give him a little bit of money. Let's hope the best. Mm-hmm. They continually make the wrong choice in personnel. You could say draft. I said this to Hunter a couple weeks ago. You want to pass up on Jalen Carter, even though I disagree? Okay, because of the off-the-field decisions. With that same energy, you should have drafted back, hooked up some more capital, and addressed the position of need, which had been Kalijah Cansey or the kid Mozzie from Dallas that went to end up going to Dallas.
We talked about Cansey so much during the draft.
At the time, we did not need another edge rusher. And for us to be talking about getting another edge rusher would be saying, forget Tyree Wilson. Leonard Williams or a right guard are the only trade targets we should be thinking about right now.
You know what though? I think they knew about Chandler Jones really early on this year. I think they knew something was up with him, and I think that's why Tyree was the pick. I'm not trying to make any excuse up for Josh or Zeke at all, but I think that they sensed something was on the horizon with him, and they started seeing signs of something, and they said, "Let's go get our edge rusher now." Jalen, let's be honest, you guys. He is around a shit ton of talent on that defensive line in Philadelphia. I think he would ball anywhere. Right. He would ball anywhere, but he wouldn't ball like that just anywhere. There's a few teams, the Niners defensive line, the Philadelphia defensive line. Ours, no. He would definitely look good, but between Max and a Malcolm Kuntz or Tyree Wilson, he's not going to look great. So he went to the
guy I really wanted wasted was Kalijah Cansey out of Pitt. And he's over there wrecking shop on Tampa Bay's defense right now. I thought we should have traded back, picked up an extra 3rd rounder or whatever you could, to be honest.
You said Cansey?
Yeah.
Bro.
We undersized defensive tackle. We
were on Kalijah Cansey the whole time out of Pitt. We were a huge fan of him, but he did get hurt early on. I believe he got hurt, but Cansey's a bowling ball. That was definitely a guy that we were looking at, but we have to run with what we have now, right? It is what it is. Tyree is gradually getting better. I know right now nobody wants to hear gradually because, we said,
I'm okay with him getting better because that's why I'm saying if we believe that this guy was a number 7 pick, we should not go and trade for another edge rusher, even though they might be really good. Danielle Hunter, some of these guys, they might be really good, but you just used a number 7 pick on an edge guy. Go shore up the middle. A Leonard Williams for a 4th round, even a 3rd round pick is a steal
Agreed.
for what we need.
Agreed, brother. Let us get a few more calls in, man. Hey, I want to say thank you
guys
so much.
Hey, look, I rock with all y'all Raider content creators on a daily, man.
Appreciate you,
know
bro.
what I'm saying? Sometimes most other fans don't understand where Raider fans are coming from. But I was at that Charger game, and that was a game we should have won, except for bad coaching once again.
Facts, bro. Salute to you, brother. Thank you for the fire ass call.
Till I die.
Thanks,
My
bro.
brother,
Take
man.
care.
Salute. Great caller, man. My boy had that passion too. You could tell he been a fan for a while. My brother, I look like wasted now. I look like wasted and shit, bro. Call me wasted.
Hello.
Yo,
Doc.
OG, what's good, bro?
What's going on?
Sound off.
Yo, what's up with the weekly dose? OG, what's popping?
OGC checking in and getting a little bit of content.
The content.
Love it.
Content.
What's on you? What's on
I
you?
sound like a old nagging wife. In spite of McDoofus play calling, they won the game.
There you have it. All that matters.
You know, I mean, it's I don't know what he's thinking of during game time that he thinks those ancient plays are going to work. You know, he's supposed to be this guru that was supposed to bring us out of the doldrums of scoring in the red zone. Hell, we can't even score in the field. And now you got Garoppolo throwing the ball 20 yards up.
Well,
trying to make it work.
OG, this the problem though, right? And I don't want. I'm gonna be. We can beat up Josh McDaniels all y'all want tonight. We're cool with that. But at some point, we have to beat up Carmen Brasillo because those red zone woes are because we also cannot run the football. Like that O-line has regressed drastically. You know, especially on the right side of the football. You know what I'm saying? So,
and you know,
like how do you expect to convert? And how do you expect to convert in the red zone when you can't run the football?
But our scouting team, talent evaluators, they lacking something awful for years now.
Yeah.
It's like you can't judge talent. You got to get better players, consistent players.
Yeah. Nah,
and
we hear you, OG.
Consistency is something we are lacking desperately.
Let me see. I hear you, OG. I definitely hear you, brother. But let me do this. Let me ask you this. Outside of the typical flaws that we can talk about, the offense not getting moving, give me a bright spot from yesterday's game. Give me a bright spot.
Spillane.
There you go. I love it.
Over all the talk, he can't cover. He's not good in pass coverage. He made some.
Yeah, it just sounded like one of you kids.
And he saw the ball, and he held on to it.
Yeah. Facts. Nah. I hear,
OG, we're going to take a couple other calls, man. Like, we're not going to be on too long tonight, but definitely appreciate the call in as always.
All right. And I understand. Hey, but is ride or die, silver and black.
All day, OG. All day, my brother. Thank you for calling in as always, King.
We got another one.
Salute to everybody here in the building, man, in the comment section, man. Make sure you guys wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up, hit that subscribe button also, you guys.
Yo, who we got in the vault?
Got Vega, Georgia.
What's good, bro? Sound off.
Vega, what's popping, brother?
What's going on? Hey, what's going on? Hey, what our team lacking, we all know, is the offensive line and the play calling. But Josh McDaniels is proven to be an assistant coach. And hey, if we're going to pay John Gruden, bring his ass out there to be the head coach. This way, he could be time management. Being Josh McDaniels' ear about we're going to go for it because we need a leader on the sideline that's going to get in these offensive linemen's ass when they're out there screwing up.
Hey, Vega, let me tell you this. Hey, Vega, let me tell you this. If you think the refs hate us now, bring Gruden back. We'll never get a call. We'll never get a call going in our direction.
Nope.
Ever.
Hey, but the thing is that we not getting these calls. I mean, look at OKC the other night. I mean,
Oh,
my
yeah.
man took off his helmet. There's no penalty. Yesterday, on that blocked field goal, you had 2 defensive linemen on our center's shoulders leaning up to block the pass. And, I mean, no damn flag. So, you know what I mean? It just comes to a point that Mark Davis.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
What happened?
I accidentally hung up. And I think we
Yo,
got somebody
Hammer.
else on the line, too.
Hello?
Yo,
Yo,
Hammer,
who's this?
you are
what's
wilding
up?
today. Hey,
Yeah,
real quick, caller, real fast.
This
Real
is
quick,
Miguel
before we
calling
get
from Fort Worth.
Hey, Miguel, real quick before we get you on,
Yo.
apologies to Vega. Salute to Vega, man. Hey, we did not mean to
Bad
get you
night.
off the phone, brother. Salute to
is
Vega.
just a rough night.
Nah, it's all good. Fort Worth was good, King.
Hey, what's up, brother? Just had a question for y'all too. So I know we keep talking about like making a trade, and it was already rumored before this game on Sunday. But my question is, if we're gonna make I don't know how big of a trade we're gonna do, but if we're gonna make a trade, do you think these next 2 games determine whether we make that trade or not?
Yes, absolutely. Again, we've been talking about the downward spiral of this offensive line the last 3 weeks. Our defensive line is still not where it needs to be. Like, I have a feeling going into this week 6 matchup that they're probably going to have us, because I haven't even looked at it yet, probably like 16th, maybe 17th. So we moved up a couple of spots when it comes to the defensive rankings, but our D-line, especially our interior, is still not getting the job done, in my opinion anyways. I think that the next 2 games definitely are going to play a crucial role in the type of move that they're going to try to make by Halloween. Most definitely.
I don't think that Josh McDaniels is ever going to just completely throw in the towel. I think we can lose these next 2 games, and if he feels that he can make the defense better, he's going to do it. This is a time where you have to take advantage of having a good defense. It's been forever since we've had a good defense. We finally have some pieces, and we realize the offense can't win us games right now, that the defense is actually keeping us in. You got to make a trade even if you go 1-1. Like, I'm sorry, like, regardless of anything, we seen last year some teams sneak into in the playoffs with damn near 500. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you can get there without having to win a ton of games. You can win 8 games technically, 9, and slip into a wild card spot. So I don't think that his ego is never going to allow him to completely throw in the towel. Especially with the likes of stars on your team, with Devontae, with Max. There's a lot of pressure on this guy. So don't get me wrong. If you go 0-2, you have to think about it, right? I would assume that Ziegler would say, yo, Josh, look, man, we got to sit down and figure out, do we move on from some of these big contracts and turn and just really just rebuild this whole thing? I don't think that Josh has it in him. I don't. I think that this game means a lot to him with New England. He wants to win that game. And either way, I think that he's going to realize Tyree's not ready to go right now. I mean, he's getting better, but right now, at best, Tyree needs to be a rotational piece. Like, at best, he needs to be what Malcolm Kuntz has been to us up to this point. Just if you can go get a Danielle Hunter, if you can go get a Danielle Hunter or a Brian Burns, which I don't think you're gonna get a Brian Burns, because Zeke is not going to part ways with a 1st-round pick. And why would you in a year where you need a quarterback? It just doesn't make any sense. But if you can get a Danielle Hunter for a mid-round pick, you got to do it. Because that him alone on that defensive side of the ball, that can win you another game or 2. That kind of pressure from the edge from him and Max, like that's insane. So you know what I mean? But no, that was a great question though, bro, because you really have to look at it. Like, if you lose these next 2 games, why are you going to trade for a big name? I think that Josh still would do it. Surprisingly, I think Josh would still do it because it's his ego, it's his pride. I do.
For sure. And then my next question, Hammer, your boy, the little pit bull. Do you think when Bennett gets back, do you think Bennett takes back his spot, or do you think Amit keeps starting?
Nah, Jacorian's going to get that spot back. I think depending on what how things look moving forward once Jacorian's back, and depending on what Amit does with Jacorian out, however long he's out for, I think that'll determine the type of role that Amit will get moving forward. But that's Jacorian. That's Jacorian's spot, bro.
No, it is. They drafted him in the 4th round for a reason. But to be honest with you, I'm gonna be real with you, caller. Like, Jacorian's dealing with a hamstring issue and a shoulder injury. Don't be surprised if this lingers for the next few weeks and we miss Jacorian. I wouldn't be shocked if Jacorian didn't play against New England. And to be real with you, do you need him out there? They're struggling mightily. You think we're struggling on the offensive side of the ball. New England can't get the ball to their receivers at all. So this would be a week for Jacorian to take another break and get that hammy together. We've been here before with Waller. We know how this goes, right? Just throw Meek out there. I think a Meek will play again in a mixture of him and David Long and Tyler Hall, because I don't think at all they're going to rush Jacorian out there in year one, especially with a hammy injury. So let him heal up.
And then one more thing before I leave, man. I was like checking in with y'all during the game and stuff, man. And really just I was watching the game and off reaction. Like every time we got those interceptions, man, I would go on, go on YouTube, check in with y'all and see y'all's reaction. Man, it felt so great to see our defense get turnovers yesterday.
Absolutely.
So freaking great, man. God, it was awesome.
I don't even remember that feeling. To get 3 of them, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like it's insane, bro. Like it's an undeniable.
And I
You know what I
think
mean?
Andrew
Like,
told us the last time it happened was 2021 against the Broncos. So yeah, that's a long ass time, man. 2
Yeah.
years is a very, very long
I was
time.
just happy, man. I was happy to celebrate, man. I was happy for all the Raider Nation, man.
But-
I knew we were getting it in last night.
but not even just that though. Like the 3 picks are great, but 2 sacks. I believe Merrick had 1, Max had 1. There was a lot of pressures. We were actually putting some pressure on Jordan Love. You know what I mean? And the defense showed him. They showed out just all around the board. I mean, there was a few guys, that had a few mishaps and shit. Amit gave up that big play. I know a lot of people are kind of putting that on Marcus Epps. Maybe I'm bugging. I looked at the tape and it looked like Amit was running back towards the line of scrimmage to go after the quarterback. It looked like that was blown. He was the one that blew that.
Yeah.
That blew that assignment.
Coverage, or was
Yeah,
he supposed
yeah,
to-
it was a
was
little
he-
miscommunication
was it supposed
for
to be a
sure.
corner blitz.
It was a miscommunication, and that could be it. And maybe that's what it was. But it looks but Jordan was already rolling out of the pocket. You know what I'm saying? So Amit responded.
He was trying to read and react to
Yeah.
Jordan Love as opposed to staying with his receiver.
He responded late. Amit responded. It looked like Amit was like, I need to stay with my guy, but he thought, let me make a play on the ball. And that's what he did, thinking, oh, I got my safety over me. I'm cool. Not knowing that he blew his coverage. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what. Hey, man, caller, man. Go ahead. One more. Go ahead. I like this call. Put one more out there, King.
And then, hey, I want to just say this, man, and this is just my opinion. I think our offense not meshing and us having that problem is a better problem to have than what we've been having with our defense, because we know the potential we have in our offense. We know the stars we have in there. And it's just a matter of them clicking. It's just a matter of McDaniels calling the right plays.
Yeah.
The defense, now that, they're starting to show up just a little bit, I'm telling you, man, we're on the right side of the boat, because I'd rather have the problem of the offense struggling, knowing the potential, knowing the superstar power we have with Devontae, Jacoby, Josh, than the defense still struggling. So now that the defense is starting to show up, I'm more happy than I'm happy that they're showing up. Now, I'm not saying that I'm happy that the offense is struggling. No, I would love.
But it makes it more enjoyable to watch football. It makes it more enjoyable to watch football knowing your defense is going to be there. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong.
Exactly.
They still have a lot of improvement to do. They still got a lot to work on. But to see the defense getting better, it makes the experience more enjoyable to watch our team week in and week out. Definitely. Hey, salute to you, brother, on the great call. We're going to take a few more calls. Salute to you, brother. Real talk.
Hey, God bless you, man. Y'all have a good one.
You too, bro.
You too. Salute to LV real fast, man. Thought this was a victory Tuesday. Enjoyed the crowd. Was 50-50. We start winning, less enemy fans. Let's effing go. And I don't think there's going to be too many Patriot fans out there this weekend because they are shitting the bed, LV. This is a perfect week to go watch all black in the crowd. Hey, real quick, too. Graham, I think you're speaking about it being on Tyree. He did not set the edge, right? He gave up the edge. And that's why Jordan, I believe, was
yes, that was the one where he went inside and was
he
like,
went inside on him, gave up
doing?
the edge, and Jordan rolled out, and that gave him the chance to make that play. So I think Graham is talking about that's why Jordan Love had the time to roll out, because Tyree took the inside instead of containing.
Finally, I know you're happy you finally got on. Ladies and gentlemen, our resident meathead of the nation.
Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Howard Stern trying to get on right now.
I ain't that popular.
Salute to our brother Rob. What's good, King?
Popular, my brother. Man, first
Man,
and
I'm
foremost,
blessed, brother.
I love our fan base. I love all of us, but that first caller literally got my blood boiling because this is what I'm hearing from every damn Raider fan on and off social media. Oh, we need to tank. We need to tank. Why even try? I'll tell you why we should try. You think a dog like Adams is going to be like, yeah, I'm going to stick around because we're just going to throw games. He's not that type of player.
No.
If we tried to tank, Adams is gone.
Gone.
And that'd be the dumbest thing we could do. Now, we want to rebuild, but we can always trade up in the draft. And it'll cost us more, but we can always trade up in the draft for a quarterback. Now, as far as right now, to get some help on that D-line, this is what I'm looking at. Let's look at two teams that are struggling right now, but we can get a player of need and not spend too much. Now, Carolina, they need a receiver for Bryce Young. Everybody's saying Brian Burns. I say Derek Brown. I say go get Derek Brown.
Love Derek Brown
over Bryce Young. I mean over Burns.
Okay.
And then if we want to get some help for the edge, go get Daniil Hunter. There's two teams that have two positions of need that we can get, and I feel like it won't cost us an arm and a leg. I think they'll be willing to give up Derek Brown more so than Burns.
Oh,
my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
I'm not saying for sure.
Yeah. No. But Burns is going to be he's a star now. He's going to be a superstar eventually. Like Derek Brown is one of those kind of under the radar defensive tackles. I met him in Atlanta. My sons went to his camp out there, and he's a good kid, man. And he's a baller. He's a baller. He's a guy that really goes under the radar a lot in terms of defensive tackles. I would definitely take a look at him if they were willing to part ways with him. Definitely, I'm hearing you on this, Rob, for sure.
Yeah,
but
I think
the thing is this:
combination of those two, or instead of Derek Brown, go get Big Cat.
But the thing is this: what you can't offer him Hunter. You can't offer him because they already have Adam Thielen. They just gave him like a 2-3 year deal, I believe, right? So they already have an older, kind of option that's like Hunter Renfrow, a guy that's going to be in the slot, and you know what I'm saying. So, you're going to have to offer draft picks. I don't know if Zeke is going to do that. You know what I mean? Unless Derek Brown, maybe you can give him. I think they'd want probably a second or third round pick for Derek Brown. With Daniil, it's probably a third or fourth because of him walking anyways. You know what I'm saying? So, but somebody may offer him a bag and give them a early round pick for him as well. It's going to be tricky. This is going to be a tricky trade deadline. But Derek Brown is definitely an option to keep an eye on. Go ahead, though.
I agree. And then the other thing I had an idea was, as far as helping out this O-line, as far as guard-wise, wasn't former was it Fluker, the former lineman from the Chargers?
DJ Fluker?
Yeah.
But he's buff as shit now. Buff as hell now. Alabama.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe kick the tires on him, or maybe even check out see what's going on with Lyle Collins, because there's some free agent guys out there. I mean, granted, they have injury concerns, but the way I'm feeling, if they don't bump Illuminor into guard, we got a major problem.
Yeah.
Because we really need to get that line straight up. I think that's another thing that's causing Jimmy G to be worried about it, is he's overthinking everything. We know this, but the problem is he's starting to get happy seat because, I mean, damn, look at our line. We can't push nobody. And then I don't know what the hell is going on with Parham. Parham is just getting his ass blown up. He does not look like the same player from last year, and I think that's the O-line coach. He's killing us right now.
Yeah,
so I think we really need to.
Collins is a big need. Collins is a big need around the NFL. The Giants and Jets are already, from what I'm hearing, calling his representatives, seeing what they can do to get a workout with him. There's going to be plenty of teams that need a tackle, and the Jets, they're struggling on the offensive line. The Giants have probably the worst offensive line in the league. I like Mumford. I feel like we have to give him that opportunity to take that right spot. But that right guard, I agree with you, man. I don't think we should call Collins, but we definitely should be monitoring the NFL and seeing if there's any guards out there. But I said this earlier on Coffee and Convo, Rob and Hammer. I don't know if you agree, but teams don't really depart with offensive linemen like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like during the season, it's going to be very difficult to find a starting right guard.
No, you're 1,000% correct. Like, the only time you normally see something like that happen is off season, and normally if they're at the end of their contract, that's it. But
yeah,
we saw. What about the guard that we drafted the undrafted guard that we liked.
Is that
the Seahawks picked up. Did they put him?
He's
Active roster? Is he still over on their practice squad?
he's you know what? Let me take a look right now. Last I checked, he was not on the active roster. Let me
Go get
see.
his ass back.
I know, right?
Wait, who is he talking about?
Clinton Curtis.
Oh shit.
Let me see. He's on the Seattle Seahawks. He's still over there, and he's on the practice squad.
Man, go get his ass.
Oh, you know what? No,
I don't think he's
no, he's on the active roster.
shit.
Yep, he is on their active roster, so he is officially on the 53-man. So there's no more.
I was thinking about that wide receiver that we had our practice squad got stolen and we brought him back. I forgot who that was.
You said a receiver?
I think it was a receiver, wasn't it? Like, or we offered him more money than the Cowboys did, or something like that, and he came back, but he ended up not being all that. He was like a preseason superstar a couple years ago. I don't remember the name though.
Why does that ring
He's on
a
our
bell?
practice squad.
It rings a bell. I know who you're talking
Doss?
about.
Is it Doss?
Not Keelan Doss.
Yeah, it was Keelan Dolph, wasn't it?
So he went to the Jags. That's what happened. He
Yeah,
went
it was
to
the
Jags.
Yeah.
UC Davis. UC Davis own Keelan Doss, my guy.
Yeah, that's who it was. But yeah, I just feel like we could kick the tires on a few, but we really need to get that O-line shirt up one way or another. I mean, I wouldn't mind bumping Luminor in, putting Mumford at right tackle, slapping the rest of them around, trying to wake them up, and then we gotta get that run game going. Once we get that going, that play action is gonna be nice.
Oh, it starts with the offensive line. They got to get their shit together and get their shit together quick. Like, we are on a 5-game stretch right here where we know it's any given Sunday, but 4 out of the 5 games at least are winnable games, man. Like, this O-line has to wake the hell up.
5 games are winnable. Man, fuck them Lions.
Talk that shit, bro.
I'm trying to see.
Fuck them Lions.
I'm trying to see something real quick because I'm looking at it. I'm looking at this right. Jordan Meredith has been out there a lot. I've seen him on the field. Where's Moody? Moody's still on a practice squad, right?
Yep.
I mean, would you guys be willing if the O-line continue? Because in the second half they got better, but if they continue to regress, you may have to move Parham to center or move him over to right guard, put Moody at left guard, and see Jordan Meredith in the middle of that O-line. He plays center, right? Play some center, play some guard. Doesn't Jordan Meredith play both?
I think he plays both.
So you may have to take a look. We may have to tinker with this offensive line if they continue to just be ass. So look,
last year and it worked. So we got to figure out what the fuck happened last year. We had it right last year.
Yeah,
we were fucking around with it all year, and it seemed to work. So I think we can do something along the line. So
thank you, baby.
Appreciate the call, fellas.
Of course, bro.
My brother, man.
Always more than
Salute to
welcome.
Rob. And I'm not, hey, Isaiah, I'm not saying that Jordan Meredith is great. I'm just saying if you have to move some things around and kind of see what works, we got to do it. Hey, real quick before we take a next call, let me get these supers in real fast. Salute to Reese Rock, our brother. Amit got that. Look at LaFleur. He's Reese, bro. Reese comes up with the most insane shit ever and sends it off. Salute to our brother Reese Rock. Salute to JT. What's up, Nation Hammer? You wearing flip-flops?
Yeah, you're a weirdo, bro. No, I'm not.
Hey, JT looks like he's at a church right now, literally spreading the gospel in his default picture. Salute to JT. Salute to LT, my family. The Uso Panay Suel from the Lions. If we only drafted him, dude was balling in Oregon. That was a guy we talked about a lot during that draft as well, Hammer. Panay Suel. Let me see. Shout out to LT. Appreciate you on the $5 donation. Big Al, we just signed a corner. And this is the shit. This is shit that doesn't make any sense to me, bro. This is shit that really irks me. This is why Josh McDaniels, it just never ceases to amaze me on what some of this shit this guy does. So I'm going to read this to you real quick, all right? The Raiders made a few roster moves. We released corner Rajon Wright already. Rookie corner, big body guy with that, because we all know Brandon Fason's nowhere to be found right now. So we needed that big body corner. And we got rid of Marquez Callaway, which is a sneaky wide receiver that did some things with the Saints a few years ago, and went and got a 28-year-old journeyman, Cornell Armstrong, corner. Signed up to the practice squad.
I'm looking at it now. Like, that was like 3 hours ago, but yeah, I see it.
But it's like, bro, like it's the shit I be talking about. You go get rid of a guy You know what I'm saying? Like you only had a week, maybe a week with Rajon Wright. Allow that kid some time. He's from the Bay. He loves the team. Allow him to try. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather go with the young guy than go get a Cornell Armstrong who's been on 3 or 4 teams already, and he's 28 years old. And then you also part ways with Marquez Callaway. And don't get me wrong, we're wealthy at the wide receiver position, so I'm not that upset. But it's like you got rid of 2 talents to go get a 28-year-old journeyman corner. Like it don't make any sense to me, bro. Like I don't get it, man. I don't get it. But let me get. I'm done ranting. Let me see. Yeah, man, Edgar, bro, garbage, bro. We should have kept right. Thanks. Somebody on the phone?
No.
Oh, okay. Salute to everybody in the building, man.
I just turned the do not disturb back off. So
okay.
Y'all know. Go ahead.
Let's talk some football for a minute, man. What's up?
I don't like this move. And I hope these dudes are smart enough if they really see something that they can pull the trigger on in the coming weeks, that they do it, and hopefully it benefits us moving forward. Like I said, like we have the issues at the D line, whether it be in the edge or the interior. We got to fix it. Like, who did I watch the other night? Former Raider that we just had. Andrew Billings?
Yeah, Andrew Billings.
Bro, all of a sudden, I don't get it. Well, I don't get it.
But he's also playing on a bad D line, man. This is like a Solomon Thomas Q type of situation in 2021 where, the bare minimum on a D line. It's like this is the story of an okay football player looking really good on a bad D line. I like Andrew Billings. I watched him at Baylor in college. I'm not going to beat him up, but like, come on, bro. Like realistically, come on. And Q, our guy signed with the Philadelphia Eagles. He signed to the practice squad. Salute to our brother Paul, and Paul will be back on the show soon as well. He's been moving and grooving, getting contracts in order in the NFL. Our brother is on a mission right now, but he will definitely be back on the show soon. But he signed with the Philadelphia Eagles to the practice squad.
Guys, this is your last chance. We're going to probably take like 2 more calls. 347-471-0361. Call into the SeatGeek Vault line and call in quickly. Like I said, we're taking 2 more calls and we're calling it a night. We're only doing an hour tonight.
I'm watching NXT. I'm about to go see Jade. She's about to show up. We probably already missed it because I know Cody's probably the one that's going to announce her. So I'm trying to see what it is, man.
So let's see. It is up. It is running. Yeah, do not disturb is off. So if y'all want to call in now. 347-471-0361. Y'all see it on my screen on my end. I believe I put it in the chat for Graphk as well. So call on then, guys. We're only going to take like 2 more calls and we're going to wrap it up and call it a night.
Hey, what channel was NXT on, bro?
USA.
Okay, cool.
And the reason that they did this tonight was because they're in competition with AEW. Yeah. AEW decided to do a show tonight. So
it's because of the baseball playoffs. So they were forced to switch it. And it's Tony's birthday today too, but AEW is gonna get blown out the water. Hey, Omar, thank you, brother. Omar is my stat guy because I was literally looking for this in my phone right now. Literally. Tyler Hall does not need to go back to the practice squad at all. This man needs to stay on the active roster.
He should have been on the roster the entire time.
Period, bro.
What the hell that they were thinking, man?
I thought it was gonna be the starting nickel. You know what I'm saying? But then they changed, they put Nate back in the slot. So it made sense. Yeah. But Tyler Hall, who started for the Raiders, in Nate Hobbs' absence, earned an 85.5 overall grade. Hall in week 5, 87.0 coverage grade, 5th highest at corner, 33% completion percentage allowed, 42.4 QB rating. Like he's a dog, bruh. Tyler Hall is a dog. Josh McDaniels, don't fuck this up. Keep him on a 53-man roster. And I think we've already protected him twice, right? I think we brought up. So there's no more protections, I believe. Nope. Or did they remove the – I don't even know how the protections are on practice squad anymore. All I know is –
keep his ass on the active roster.
Yes,
that's it. Keep him on the active roster.
Don't sit down. You're good players, man. It just doesn't make any sense to me, man.
Big John said Raiders should have developed Mo Hurst a little more.
We
should have, bro.
We can go through a long list of guys. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, we can go through a long list of them.
Classic Man just said they removed protections.
There you go. So there's no more protections. But keep him on the active roster. Keep him on the active roster.
Who are you dropping for Hall if everybody's healthy?
Who are we dropping for Hall?
If everybody's healthy?
Well, I'll say this. Right now, Jacorian's not. He's not. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that Jacorian is going to be out there this Sunday. And I could be wrong.
There's a chance if that hamstring and that shoulder are not fully healed up, or at least 80%, I don't know. They may have to put him out for like 4 weeks. But David Long is a guy that I would get rid of quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He said, I would call in, but you can't handle this sauce. Salute to JT. Hey, the wasted equinox. The equinox is upon us, and the perfect comment right under it. The equinox. Talk that shit here. We got time for one more caller, you guys. Call in. We're literally 5 minutes away from an hour. I'm going to go spend some time with the family. I've been live like crazy as of late. Oh, tomorrow, you guys, I will be doing a coffee and convo, breaking down an early breakdown of the Raiders and Patriots this weekend. So stay tuned for that. We're going to have some fun in the morning once I get home from the gym. Coffee and convo tomorrow morning. We're going to break down the Raiders and Patriots. Matt, he clearly looked hurt. I seen him kind of leaning a little bit on the sideline. Devontae clearly looked like he was still a little shook up. Still went out there and balled. I think he had 4 catches for like 45 yards or somewhere around there.
He is definitely messed up though right now. Like you can tell. Like it's showing. And normally, like if he's normally that guy that if anything was wrong with him, he don't show it. But yeah, it's just messing with him right now.
And also, you got Jair Alexander shadowing you. I mean, one of the best corners in the game. Being hurt, it's not you're not going to go out there and have a fucking career performance. You know what I mean? With one of the best corners
today. What's your name?
Salute to my dog.
This Ham?
Yeah, who's this?
Hammer Docs. Well, let me do the intro music. You know who it is.
My boy JT.
Damn right.
My brother, what's popping?
Damn right.
God help me.
About to handle this sauce.
What's on your mind,
This is going to put the Amik Epps who got burned thing to rest, because in a 2 cover, if Epps was coming up to cover that short third, it's his responsibility. But if Amik was passing his man off and going in, he pass off to a linebacker, then Epps is responsible for the deep third in a 2 cover. So you don't want the safety coming up and anyone getting behind him. If I was Epps, right away I'd say, shit, even if Amik passed that dude off, that's my guy, because he's 30 yards downfield. That's not the corner's responsibility. So there's one other thing that really, really struck me in this game. We go back to coaching when McDaniels had an opportunity, and this is a little bigger than, what play is going to work. This is more like I can establish an identity, and we can start moving forward with who the Raiders are, and I can stop being a pussy. I can stop being this conservative, safe guy making stupid decisions.
Facts.
On 4th and 1, if you want to establish an identity for the rest of the year and start getting people behind your coaching, you just fucking go for it. Doesn't matter anyway. They need a touchdown. He doesn't think this shit through. So he's got to give up the playbook, just coordinate the offense, let someone call the plays. He's a horrible game time manager. Just everything about him is fucking pissing me off right now.
Yeah. I mean, look.
Let me ask you a question real quick, JT, just to go back to that pass play. If you're a linebacker, but you're playing in a nickel formation, which is what we see all the damn time. I have not seen a 4-3 or 3-4 out of our defense this season. But if you're playing in the middle as a linebacker, isn't your responsibility on cover 2 hook to curls? Was there anybody
if you're talking about the linebacker like Diablo, where he was playing right at that moment?
Yeah.
If first of all, can you guys identify if they were playing man, which they never do, or if they were in a zone?
They're in zone because that's all they ever fucking do.
Yeah. So Amik he's got that short third responsibility. If he saw that Love got, he got outside of the edge and he might make a run for it, Amik knows they're in a zone. If nobody's in that short third, he's going to go in for the quarterback. Right at that moment, you can see Epps point. You watch that play close, you see Epps point at the guy that's about to run right by him. And he's hoping somebody has that guy. He points at him.
See, if you look back at it too, though, JT, this is why I was confused.
He does.
No, definitely. But he looked lost. He looked like, oh shit, like what just like I looked at Epps maybe I could be wrong, but the way he looked at Meek, like, bro, what are you doing? Like, oh shit. And he had to fall back. Thank God Marcus Peters was, I mean, was there to at least catch him at a goal and put him in a goal line situation. But
Sure.
I assume the way
I'm assuming they were in a two cover, and Meek thought he had over the top coverage, because when he makes that, I mean, he is a pro still. I don't think he's going to run right in knowing two guys are going to go deep over him, thinking Epps is right next to me.
Yeah,
like
and
he's got.
The problem was Epps was right behind him. Like he was literally right behind him.
He was in the. It looked like two guys were going to cover one guy.
Yeah,
and just leave. What's his name that broke loose? That speed guy. I don't even know.
Was it Christian Watson that got that?
They let him just bust it.
Christian
right
Watson
by everybody.
Yeah. Graham.
Really
No, Graham. We know that Tyree,
which it wasn't.
Graham, we know that Tyree did not set the edge.
His guy. If it's zone, he could pass his guy off to the middle of the field.
Yeah.
He could go after Love.
Well, Graham keeps saying that Tyree.
I know, Graham. I know it was Tyree.
Yeah, he
Tyree's
didn't set the edge.
That some little slot receiver didn't knock him on his ass. The guy's so unprepared half the time.
Yo, hey JT, man, I want to tell you real quick, brother. These are I love the goofy shit too. But when you call in like this and we can talk some X's and O's, brother, this is phenomenal work. Keep calling in with that football acumen, bro. We want to hear that week in and week out, my brother. For real, for real. You know what I mean? So,
and I told y'all I was a receiver back at UW Whitewater, so it was tough, man. Getting my ass around.
Salute.
Pops. I gotta go.
Salute to our brother JT, man. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, that's the best way to end the show right there, man. Because
absolutely.
Like,
and because had him call in and talk football like that, and that shit right there. Oh my god.
Because I want to go back now and look at that play again. I want to see if I'm missing something, because I'm telling you, the way Epsy looked at Amik like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? And then he had to double back, and Amik just went straight line for Jordan Love. It was like, oh my god, bro, Amik blew that coverage. But
we're only 24 hours in. Like, I'm waiting for 22 to come out so I can see the overhead view of it to see exactly what went wrong and really read exactly what this defense was supposed to be. And we talked about this earlier. I forgot what the caller was, but we were talking about the matchup going into this Sunday versus New England. As it stands right now, our defense is ranked 16th in the league. So we moved up 2 spots. So that's something to be incredibly proud of, especially with how bad our defense was last year. So making progress in a tremendous way. Our offense, on the other hand, we're ranked 26th right now.
Okay. Hey, Q, and I didn't hear it because we were talking over everything. I had the volume down. I didn't hear the commentators, but Q said that they also said it was on Amik. But also these commentators can get shit wrong. You know what I mean? But I'm with Q. But I seen Amik. Oh, okay. Amik said he blew the coverage, Andre. So there you have it. But there is a lot of truth to what JT was saying, though. You know what I'm saying? So look, man, I love this football nerd shit. Like, bro, real talk, bro. Like, I want to break down X's and O's more, bro. Like, we got to get Hammer. We got to figure. I'm getting tired, bro, watching Andy and Big Mike have all the fun, bro. We're gonna have to get involved in this.
I have plus. We have 22. You say the word, and we could do it one night and just throw up like that angle, the overhead view.
Yeah.
And just get a couple of plays in and go through offense and
we'll
defense.
Bring Stu on with it.
Went wrong. Absolutely.
We'll bring Stu on with it. Stu loves breaking down that stuff, so we'll bring Stu on with us. And shout out to Graham. That was an instinct reaction from a blown assignment up front. There you go, Graham. So basically, Tyree did not set the edge. He took the inside. Jordan Love kicked outside. Amik said, you know what? Let me go get him instinctually. Then Epps was left out there.
Unless there's some type of stunt that's being done by the defensive line there, and this goes to Tyree Wilson and anybody that's unaware of this as an edge rusher, your priority at all times, especially with a quarterback of Jordan Love's caliber, being that dual threat, you have to contain the outside. If you have maybe a linebacker, which he never has a linebacker behind him, but if you have a D tackle and you guys are doing stunts, okay, but guess what? That tackle now becomes the edge rusher and has to contain. Like, he should have never shot to the inside the way he did. Yeah. And that definitely was on him as well. And I'll call it the way I see it. He fucked up as well.
Shout out to Eddie. Amik said he had to make the final play for blowing up that play with Christian Watson. Salute to our brother Eddie Rama. Hey, Graham, you know, bro, you ain't got to say nothing. You got the keys to the car, bro. Graham, all you got to do, there's two guys in this world that like I'm already locked in with, bro. Like Graham is one of them, and our brother X. I'm waiting on X to go buy a damn computer and all that other shit so we can come on and break down these X's and O's. Graham, it's all love.
I had the opportunity to meet Graham at the tailgate, and again, I shouted you out, but I'm shouting you out again. It was a pleasure meeting you out there, bro. And anytime
Graham called me. I was throwing up in the hotel room.
I believe it, because you know what? I had one dude that thought I was you, and I was like, what the fuck? What? No, I'm Hammer, but okay, cool, nice to meet you. But Graham, you got a mic, you got a camera. Anytime you ever want to pull up, bro, you want to shoot the shit, like you can come on my channel whenever you want. You could jump on Graphk if he's up for it. But yeah, man, like if you can talk football, if you got that football IQ and you can give us that real football shit, like you're more than welcome to jump on, bro, and chat it up with us anytime. Just let us know, man. Salute
to our brother, man. Shout out to Q as well, man. That play happens because AJ Dillon was killing us up the middle. Pause. Facts, Q. He was definitely having his way with the middle of our defensive line. He was running the football early on. We got a hold of it later on in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was gashing us at the beginning in that first half. Salute to Isaiah. I'm gonna call one of these days. Call in, brother. You already know. But other than that, man, we're a little bit over an hour, you guys. Once again, thank you guys so much for calling in to our call-in show. You guys make this show. We do this because of you guys. You know, we talk Raider football all the time. I think we're all kind of tired of hearing each other's voices. So it's always good to listen to you guys and hear your takes. Shout out to JT with a phenomenal call. Shout out to Cage with a phenomenal call. OG as well. You know, everybody that called in had just really good calls today.
Rob, of course, Big Rob.
Oh yeah, Big Rob that's our brother, man. Salute to Rob. Great call as well. Other than that, man, OakLosVegas.com. I just put some new hoodies up about an hour ago. Go check them out. Coffee and Convo hoodies. Go get your merch. If you want to become a member, hit the link is pinned up top. PlanetRaiders.com. Other than that, what you got going on, Hammer?
Link pinned to the top. Also, we got the breast cancer awareness Raider Nation News Today shirts out. All the proceeds are going directly to Susan G. Komen Foundation. And again, if you guys are on my channel right now, you can see at the top of the screen 6904, 96 away from 7K.
Run it up.
Let's go, y'all. Run it up. Break them thumbs. Hit them subs. Smash the bell.
There you have it.
I'm trying to figure out what I got going on. Oh, wait. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I know they had the day off today, so they're going to resume practice because it's technically a short week. We should most likely tomorrow afternoon have Jimmy G and Devontae's weekly presser live. So pull on up for that, and we'll probably do a matchup preview. I'm thinking Thursday.
There you have it.
So there you go.
Other than that, man, you already know what time it is. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Wipe them feet on the way out. Hit that subscribe on the way out. I'll see y'all in the morning for Coffee and Convo. Salute to my little bro. Salute to the chat. We out. Come on.